Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by the Family Forest Carbon Program, where we help family forest owners get paid to improve the health of their woods. Stay ahead in soybean farming with the latest research and insights. Follow the Ohio Field Leader Program at ocj.com, brought to you by the Ohio Soybean Council and their checkoff. We'll be at the Pickaway County Fair thanks to Leist Mercantile on Wednesday. Experience you can trust. LeistMercantile.com. And the 25th Annual Crawford Antique Farm Machinery Show is June 19th through the 21st at the Crawford County Fairgrounds in Bucyrus. Visit the Crawford Antique Farm Machinery Association on Facebook to learn more. Well, the Environmental Protection Agency Friday announced proposed renewable volume obligations as part of the renewable fuel standards in 2026 and 2027.
In a year that signifies the 20th anniversary of the nation's renewable fuel standard, Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Lee Zeldin acknowledged to farm broadcasters last month in a visit to USDA that focus was centered
towards making a decision on the path forward on RVOs, but that's a decision to be made imminently.
And that decision about proposed renewable volume obligations associated with producing renewable fuels in both 2026 and 2027 was announced Friday by EPA. Proposed volumes are over 24 billion gallons for next year and a slightly higher proposed total the following year. Both would be the highest RVOs when finalized. In a press release, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins commended the decision for bringing certainty to the biofuel industry, contributing to lower fuel prices and increasing biofuel production for export opportunities. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Colin Woodall, CEO of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, says the screwworm, a parasitic pest, is likely to cross the southern border of the U.S. later this summer. Woodall said it's no longer a question of whether we see a return of New World screwworms in the U.S. It's a matter of when. Woodall says the only cure is to sterilize the male screwworm flies, which they do at a factory in Mexico. Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins told the House Ag Committee last week that she will make a major announcement soon concerning the next preventative steps. Grant applications are now being accepted for the USDA's Local Agriculture Market Program and its subset of offerings focused on various local and regional food programs.
Deadlines for application of USDA grant funding to develop and expand local agricultural markets.
Applications have to be submitted by June 27th. If you are looking to apply to that, you would do that through the grants.gov website.
Tricia Kovacs of the Agricultural Marketing Service says the Local Agriculture Market Program has $26.5 million available through 3 programs.
And those are the Farmers Market Promotion Program, the Local Food Promotion Program, and the Regional Food Systems Partnership Grants.
AMS offers request for application webinars to help new applicants navigate the process. In addition, AMS's grants website, www.ams.usda.gov/services/grants, offers a frequently asked questions page, as well as grant management specialists available to assist with applications.
Always recommend that people start early and go into that system and start their application.
I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
The president, citing pressure from the agriculture and hospitality sectors, says farm workers who are in the country illegally should not be deported and reiterated that the administration would be taking action on the issue. Trump's latest remarks followed enforcement actions last week on farms in California and at a meatpacking plant in Omaha. The markets are next.
Here's the scoop. Soybeans are fueling Ohio's dairy farms, one glass of milk at a time. Nationwide, dairy farms use the equivalent of 229 million bushels of soybeans every year. Plus, high oleic soybeans boost milk fat and yield, making farms more profitable. From the fields to your fridge, soybeans power the farms that feed families. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Many drugs, like cocaine, methamphetamine, and non-prescription pills, are often cut with dangerous opioids like fentanyl. As a result, nearly 14 Ohioans die daily from unintentional overdoses. That's why it's important to carry naloxone, such as Narcan, a life-saving medication that blocks the effects of fentanyl and other opioids. Over the last 5 years, naloxone has saved over 83,000 lives. Help save lives and visit naloxone.ohio.gov to learn more and find free naloxone. Remember, if you see an overdose occurring, always call 911.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, July corn $4.34 3/4, down 9 3/4. December corn $4.35, down 8 cents. July soybeans $10.69 3/4, unchanged. November beans $10.60 1/2, up 5 3/4. July wheat $5.36 1/2, down 7 1/4. At the Mercantile Exchange, June cattle $227.02, up $1.92. July hogs $111.80, up $2.32. September feeder cattle $309.57, up $3.97. This is the Ohio AgNet.